Hello, everyone. Welcome to Feedstuffs 365. I'm Sarah Muirhead. It was recently announced that Granite Creek Capital Partners has acquired Ritchie Industries, and Ritchie is a leading manufacturer of automated livestock watering products. With us today to talk about this and what it means for the company and the livestock industry overall is Jim Clark of Granite Creek Capital Partners. Welcome, Jim. Nice to have you back with us today.
Welcome. Thank you, Sarah. It's great to be here. Good afternoon.
So now Ritchie Industries, that's a rather big name in the livestock industry. A lot of our audience might recognize that. But our viewers might not know the history. I mean, it's got 100-year history, 100-year plus history. So walk us through that. Just kind of set the stage and give us a general sense about the company, if you would.
Absolutely. And we were very excited about the opportunity to purchase Ritchie. Business was founded in 1921 by Thomas Ritchie, and then he did the first patent for the first automatic livestock waterer. He and his family ran the business till the mid 40s. They sold it to a gentleman by the name of C.D. Wilson, and then the Wilson family proceeded to own the business for the next 60 plus years until 2004, where they ran a process to sell the business to the employees. So it became an ESOP in 2004. Under C.D. Wilson's ownership, they grew and expanded, including a very large facility expansion in the late 80s in their headquarters in Conrad, Iowa. Subsequent to when the ESOP ownership took over, they've done a great job, the owner operators, employees, to expand the business into core markets, in cow calf and kind of small to medium sized dairies, and then under their stewardship, they added some of the larger players on the feed yard side, kind of large 1,000 cow plus dairies or products to support those markets, as well as equine. And they started expanding geographies outside of the U.S. and Canada into Europe and Central and South America. And they were, a lot of the leadership of the businesses got an engineering background, and they really believe in manufacturing high quality products that are reliable. They were innovative in terms of introducing new materials to make their waterers perform better in all conditions, whether that was the introduction of stainless steel troughs and integrating that with rotationally molded plastic bodies that are easier to insulate and maintain and kind of difficult conditions, which ultimately delivers what the farmer needs, which is a reliable source of clean water for the animals.
Oh, exactly. So now, in the announcement of the acquisition, it was stated that it was supported by an investment by rural American funds and a rollover investment from Ritchie's management and employees. What does that all mean?
Good question. I mean, I'll split them into two. On the rural American fund side, they're another investment firm like Granite Creek. We've known them for a long time. They're also Chicago-based and are like-minded in how they both view the world, as well as their focus and interest on agribusiness and the rural economy. From knowing them over the years, they've got a great network and track record of helping invest and support businesses in the upper Midwest and in the agricultural economy. And we were happy to bring them on as a co-investor and partner with us on the deal. We commonly will bring in partners with us to help support the acquisition. Two heads are better than one. Two checkbooks are better than one in terms of supporting the business and its growth ambitions as we look ahead. And on the management side, in most of the deals that Granite Creek does, the management is already an owner. As I mentioned in the history of the business, it was an ESOP. So, all employees had some ownership stake in the business. And, as part of our transaction, we offered all of those employees an opportunity to take some of their consideration in stock of the go forward entity, and thankfully the vast majority of which did. And so there's still employees who are meaningful owners and part of the ownership group, along with Granite Creek and Rural American Fund, which we think is a testament to how much they believe in the business and they believe in the prospects for the future.
So how would you classify the strengths of Ritchie Industries in the marketplace, and why did this all make sense from an acquisition standpoint for Granite Creek?
Uh, I mean, Ritchie is a trusted brand, as you mentioned. Many of the people who will listen to this podcast will recognize the brand, recognize the kind of red and yellow colors that are synonymous with the brand, and that have been built over 100 years, and what comes with that. That reputation for high quality products, great service, American made in Conrad, Iowa, innovative, reliable, things that just give a livestock owner comfort that their investment in this piece of equipment is going to work, and it's not going to require tremendous monitoring or intervention or maintenance, and they can just not have to worry about whether or not their animals have access to clean water. And since we're in January and it's cold outside, water that doesn't freeze and flows in all conditions.
So red and yellow, any correlation with Iowa State? I mean, is there like some history there?
Um, the straw poll in the office is it's probably equally split between the University of Iowa and Iowa State, but they peacefully coexist.
There you go. There you go. So then we've talked before about some of the other areas that Ritchie, that Granite Creek is involved in. So how does Ritchie Industries kind of fit into all of that? Is there some fit that happens, or is it just another business that you're invested in?
No, no. As we've discussed, Sarah, Granite Creek is an active agribusiness investor. We are proactively looking for opportunities in agribusiness all the time. This one caught our eye when it came to market, and we had the opportunity, and we jumped at the chance to pursue it and get it under letter and acquire it for all the reasons I mentioned about the business's rich history and strengths. In terms of a broader fit, there clearly is a network benefits of having a portfolio of agribusiness assets, that are similar, whether it's multiple businesses that sell into the beef industry or the dairy industry, poultry, swine. There is going to be that overlap, and we can then get the management teams of our agribusiness companies together. They can share ideas, they can share relationships, and ultimately there is a synergy, if you will, that happens with having a group of businesses in similar industries or similar end markets that can help one another and be part of the broader Granite Creek agribusiness ecosystem.
So what do you see? You mentioned a little bit what the focus of Ritchie has been over the last, 100+ years, but what do you see going forward? Do you any change in that focus? Are you looking product innovation, expanding market share? What's kind of the big picture that's in the works for Ritchie Industries?
Hopefully all of the above. I mean, in the short term, it's going to be more of the same. We're going to continue to provide great products and services in our core markets, innovate, kind of product extensions to meet customer needs. Hey, I'm looking for a longer trough, which allows me to accommodate more animals. Can you guys expand your current offering to make that happen? And ultimately, if they were, like I mentioned in the history of the company, if they were in cow calf and smaller and mid-sized dairies, they've been with the consolidation on the livestock side, they want to be able to have a product offering that meets those larger operations needs, and that is the 1,000 cow plus dairies, the feed yards, and they've been able to innovation, meet those inbound inquiries through new product introductions that they have a pipeline that they'll continue to roll out. That's going to be a continuation of more of the same. We think geographic expansion is very possible. Central and South America's herds are growing. They're modernizing on how they manage their animals. The company has seen a lot of inbound interest from new distributors, new dealers, new end markets that are white space for the business. And then we think over time, we want to stick to our knitting initially, but we think there's adjacent markets that our product and our technology and our brand will resonate in. And over the next couple of years, we hope to put our toe in the water and make those a bigger portion of the business as we think through how best to tackle that.
Very good. So looking at lots of possible things ahead. What about for current Ritchie Industry customers and the livestock industry overall right now? Should they be expecting to see any changes or anything that they need to be aware of?
No, I would expect that the customers are going to still get the same great high quality and service that they've been accustomed to over the last 100 years. We at Granite Creek want to continue to back existing management to do what they do best, which is make these products that people love and want to keep buying. And again, we want to make sure that happens. And again, hopefully over time, with that dialogue and feedback from the market, just like the company has innovated historically, we'll take some of that feedback on what enhancements the market would like to see, and we can bring those to bear. Whether it's the larger waterers or whether there's a technology angle, right, where there is an ability to measure flow rates and measure temperature and turbidity of the water, or there is an opportunity to even link an ear tag or a collar to track how much individual animals or pens are consuming as a preemptive indication of herd health, or if there is an issue, so that then the owner or their nutritionist or veterinarian can intervene before there's a bigger problem.
Water is so important, especially quality water, quality of water. So it's all things that people, I think, are beginning to pay even more attention to. And it sounds like that might be something that's in the scope going forward as well. Any final thoughts that you'd like to leave our audience with today here, Jim?
I think it's just to express our continued excitement about investing in agribusiness and specifically in regards to Ritchie, invest with the existing management team and employees of the company. We know there's a high bar to maintain what the company is done over the last 100 years, and we're excited to hopefully support that and meet that challenge, and continue to invest in the facility in Conrad, Iowa, and in the employees. We think we take great pride in the company that they make American-made products. We think that's really important in this day and age, and important to their customers. And we are excited about backing that and furthering that as we go ahead.
Very good. Jim Clark of Granite Creek Capital Partners. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate the opportunity.
And our thanks to all of you who have taken time to be with us today. A reminder, all Feedstuffs 365 interviews are available online at feedstuffs.com. Until next time, for Feedstuffs 365, I'm Sarah Muirhead.